What if your home is not just a place you live in? What if your home is silently training your nervous system every single day? What if the entrance, the bedroom, the kitchen, the clutter, the lighting, the mirror, the direction of your bed, the unused objects in your storage, and even the way your living room receives light are not random? In AstroVastu, I don't begin with decor. I begin with your chart, because your natal chart shows how your soul receives space. And in Girish's case, the diagnosis is very clear. This is a Taurus Lagna chart. So at the deepest level, Girish needs a home that gives stability, beauty, wealth retention, emotional grounding, sensory peace, and continuity. Taurus does not thrive in temporary, chaotic, restless spaces. Taurus needs a house that feels like it can last, a house with weight, a house with comfort, a house with softness, a house that does not keep changing mood every few months. But Girish is not a simple Taurus Lagna. His Lagna carries Mars and Ketu. That changes everything. Mars in the Lagna gives heat, drive, sharpness, impatience, physical intensity, and a strong survival instinct. Ketu in the Lagna gives detachment, inner distance, sudden withdrawal, spiritual restlessness, and a feeling that the person is never fully satisfied by ordinary comfort. So his home must do two things at the same time. It must satisfy Taurus, and it must calm Mars-Ketu. That means the home cannot be too fiery, too sharp, too aggressive, too red, too metallic, too cluttered, or too psychologically noisy. If the home becomes overstimulating, Mars becomes reactive. If the home becomes too empty or emotionally cold, Ketu becomes detached. If the home becomes messy, Taurus becomes insecure. So the core AstroVastu formula for Girish is this: ground the southwest, purify the northeast, discipline the southeast kitchen, beautify the living room, open the northwest, keep the center empty. This is not decoration. This is correction. Let us begin with the entrance. For Girish, the entrance should ideally carry a northeast or east quality. Why? Because Taurus Lagna needs prosperity through grace, and Mars-Ketu in the body needs a calm, clean, non-aggressive threshold. The entrance is the mouth of the house. Every day, when you enter your home, your nervous system reads the entrance before your mind does. If the entrance is cluttered with shoes, dust, broken planters, old delivery boxes, harsh lights, dark corners, or aggressive red decor, Girish's Mars-Ketu gets triggered before he even settles inside. The result? Irritation without a clear reason, restlessness, feeling blocked, feeling that the house does not receive him, feeling that effort is high but peace is low. So the entrance must be clean, softly lit, stable, and beautiful. Use a solid wooden door. Use brass or silver-toned hardware. Keep the nameplate clear. Use cream, pale yellow, pastel green, ivory, or soft beige. You can place a simple, auspicious symbol, but not 10 different symbols fighting for attention. Do not place mirrors directly facing the door. Do not allow shoes to scatter. Do not keep broken clocks, old brooms, rusted objects, garbage bins, cracked pots, or unused items at the entrance. Because when the entrance is blocked, opportunity feels blocked. When the entrance is dirty, energy enters dirty. When the entrance is aggressive, the mind becomes defensive. The porch or foyer should continue the same logic. I would place 2 healthy plants symmetrically, a clean doormat, soft lighting, and perhaps a simple console with flowers or a brass lamp. Symmetry is important here because Girish has Rahu in the 7th house, and Rahu in the 7th can distort relationship perception. It can create suspicion, sudden attraction-repulsion, emotional projection, or misunderstanding in partnership. So the house must repeatedly teach balance. The foyer must not feel chaotic. No dead plants, no dusty corners, no old shoes, no broken umbrellas, no clutter piles. Because for this chart, the outside world must not enter the home as disorder. Now we come to the living room. This is one of the most important areas in Girish's chart. Why? Because Sun, Mercury, and Venus are together in the 4th house in Leo. The 4th house is home, emotional foundation, property, vehicles, mother, inner peace, and the deep psychological atmosphere of the house. When Sun, Mercury, and Venus sit here, the home becomes a place of identity, pride, intelligence, aesthetics, conversation, and dignity. So Girish's living room cannot look neglected. It cannot be dull, torn, dusty, dim, or confused. This living room should feel warm, elegant, dignified, and intelligent. Use cream, warm beige, muted gold, soft olive, pearl white, and gentle terracotta accents. Have one clear focal point, good lighting, tasteful art, clean surfaces, comfortable but not lazy furniture, Books, music, refined objects, or meaningful decor can work beautifully. This is a chart where the living room should say, I respect myself. I respect my home. I respect the people who enter here. If the living room is messy, Girish's emotional confidence drops. If the living room is visually chaotic, Mercury gets disturbed. If the living room is ugly or neglected, Venus suffers. If the living room is dark or without dignity, the sun weakens. Then what happens? Family pride becomes fragile. Conversations become reactive. The person may feel unseen in his own home. Comfort reduces. Relationship sweetness reduces. Decision-making becomes emotionally charged. So the living room must be curated, not over-decorated. Curated. No broken mirrors. No torn upholstery. No faded bedsheets used as covers. No artificial dead-looking plants. No tangled wires. No unused electronics lying around. No aggressive red artwork. No weapon-like decor. This space must carry warmth, beauty, intelligence, and dignity. Now let us talk about the kitchen. For Girish, the kitchen must ideally be in the southeast. This is the fire zone. And because Venus is the Lagna lord for Taurus and is also tied to the fourth house of home, the kitchen becomes more than a cooking area. It becomes a relationship engine, a wealth conversion engine, a family nourishment engine. If the kitchen is clean, warm, disciplined, and pleasant, the home supports health, money flow, marriage harmony, and emotional stability. If the kitchen is dirty, dark, leaking, cluttered, greasy, or full of arguments, then fire becomes polluted. And polluted fire shows up as irritation, digestive disturbance, family tension, money fights, and emotional heat. For Girish, use warm cream, peach, coral, light terracotta, soft copper, and beige. Keep the stove clean. Keep the counters clear. Use copper or brass accents. Maintain strong but pleasant task lighting. Cooking while facing east is preferable. And here's the strong warning. Do not place water features in the kitchen's fire zone. Do not use excessive blue or black. Do not place a mirror reflecting the stove. Do not allow broken appliances to sit there for months. Do not argue in the kitchen. Because for this chart, the kitchen is not only food. It is Venus receiving fire. If fire is disciplined, Venus creates comfort. If fire is chaotic, Venus creates conflict. And because Mars sits in the Lagna, a bad kitchen can activate impatience very quickly. Now the dining area. The dining area must support bonding, not debate. This is especially important because Rahu is in the 7th house. Rahu in the relationship field can turn normal conversations into emotional distortions. One person says something simple, the other person hears something loaded. A small topic becomes a silent power game. A meal becomes a battlefield. So the dining table should be clean, calm, and warm. Use soft lighting, fresh flowers, a simple fruit bowl, ceramic decor, earth tones, no loud TV dominating every meal, no unpaid bills lying on the dining table, no work stress at the dining table, no arguments while eating. The dining area must remind the family, we gather here to nourish, not to attack. Now the master bedroom. This is non-negotiable. For Girish, the master bedroom should ideally be in the southwest. Why? Because Taurus Lagna needs grounding. Mars-Ketu in the Lagna needs the body to settle. Rahu in the 7th needs relationship stability. The southwest is the anchor. It gives weight, continuity, commitment, and sleep depth. If the southwest is weak, light, cluttered, missing, disturbed, or wrongly used, Girish may experience financial insecurity, relationship unease, poor sleep, emotional distrust, or the feeling that he is never fully settled. The bedroom must have a solid bed, strong headboard, and paired side tables. Pair the lamps. Pair the decor. Relationship energy needs symmetry. The head should ideally be toward south or west. Use taupe, mocha, warm gray, muted rose, soft brown, beige, and earthy cream. Use solid wood. Use heavy curtains. Use soft rugs. Make it sensual but peaceful. Not dark. Not dramatic. Not overly red. Not full of mirrors. And absolutely no mirror facing the bed. With Rahu in the 7th, mirrors in the bedroom can multiply illusion, projection, and third-party psychological interference. It does not always mean literal betrayal. Sometimes it means the mind starts creating stories. Suspicion grows. Sleep becomes lighter. The couple becomes less emotionally clean with each other. Do not place a work desk in the bedroom. Do not store clutter under the bed. Do not keep old broken objects, unused electronics, or emotional junk in the bedroom. This room must teach Girish how to rest, because Mars-Ketu does not rest easily. Now the study or home office. This is another dominant area because Girish has moon in the 10th house in Aquarius. The moon in the 10th makes the mind deeply connected to work, public life, professional relevance, networks, systems, and social contribution. Girish cannot fully separate emotional peace from career movement. If work feels unstable, the mind becomes restless. If career flow is blocked, emotional peace drops. So the home office must be clean, airy, structured, and mentally clear. Best zones, north or east. The desk should face north or east. Use good lighting. Keep files organized. Add one healthy green plant. Keep a clear calendar. Keep certificates or professional symbols tastefully placed. This is not a space for scattered wires, old laptops, dead phones, unread documents, broken chargers, and dusty shelves. Mercury must function here. Moon must breathe here. If the office is chaotic, Girish's mind absorbs chaos. He may feel capable but blocked. He may work but not feel productive. He may think too much and execute less. He may feel professionally visible one day and emotionally disconnected the next. So the office must be precise. No tangled wires, no broken electronics, no piles of old paperwork, no sitting with the back exposed to the door, no dark, cold, blue-black, heavy atmosphere. Make it a command space, but calm. Now the Northwest. Moon in the 10th also makes the Northwest very important because the Northwest governs movement, air, social circulation, emotional exchange, guests, and mental flow. If the Northwest is blocked, heavy, smelly, cluttered, or closed, Girish may experience mood disturbance, career irregularity, poor networking, sleep restlessness, or emotional pressure. So keep the Northwest airy. Open the windows. Use light curtains. Use white, silver, soft gray, pale blue, or pale green. A subtle wind chime can work. Keep this zone fresh. Keep it moving. Do not place heavy storage here. Do not dump laundry here. Do not keep trash, stale smells, broken electronics, or chaotic wires here. The Northwest must not feel suffocated, because if the air zone suffocates, the mind suffocates. Now the Northeast. This is one of the most important correction zones for Girish, because Jupiter is retrograde in the 12th house in Aries. Jupiter in the 12th gives private wisdom, spiritual protection, retreat energy, foreign connections, sleep karma, hidden expenses, and inner surrender. But when Jupiter is not given a clean sacred outlet, the same placement can create confusion, wasteful expenditure, lack of guidance, and a feeling that blessings are delayed. So the Northeast must be pure. This is the spiritual corner. Keep it light, open, clean, and uncluttered. Use white, cream, pale yellow, or light gold. Place a simple altar, Sri Yantra, Guru symbol, clear quartz, or a soft daya. Keep it elevated. Keep it simple. Do not place shoes here. Do not keep cleaning chemicals here. Do not keep heavy cupboards here. Do not keep garbage here. Do not place a toilet here if avoidable. Do not turn the Northeast into a storage corner. Because if the Northeast is polluted, Jupiter's protection becomes blocked. Guidance reduces. Expenses rise. Sleep becomes disturbed. Faith becomes inconsistent. The person may keep working hard, but feel that grace is missing. For Girish, the Northeast is not optional. It is the grace portal of the house. Now the center of the house, the Brahmastan. This is critical because Ketu sits with Mars in the Lagna. Ketu needs space. Ketu needs silence. Ketu needs emptiness. Mars needs movement. If the center is blocked with heavy furniture, storage, a staircase-like pressure, clutter, or too many objects, Girish may feel internally trapped. The body becomes restless. The mind becomes sharp. Detachment increases. Anger appears suddenly and disappears suddenly. There can be a sense of living in the house but not fully belonging to it. So keep the center open. No heavy furniture, no shoe rack, no storage, no toilet, no visual blockage, no clutter. A simple rug is fine. Open circulation is better. Soft ceiling light is fine. Empty space is powerful here. For Girish, the center must breathe, because his own identity needs breathing room. Now storage. Storage must be handled with discipline. Taurus accumulates. Saturn in the 3rd can delay action. Rahu in the 7th can hide clutter in shared spaces. Mars-Ketu can suddenly discard things or suddenly ignore them. So storage must be closed, organized, labeled, and mostly placed in the southwest, west, or south. Do not store clutter in the north, northeast, northwest, entrance, or center. And remove the following immediately: broken furniture, rusted tools, old shoes, stopped clocks, dead plants, torn books, unused electronics, cracked mirrors, old brooms, and things kept only because maybe someday. Because stagnant objects create stagnant karma. Saturn in the 3rd house in Cancer is especially sensitive to emotional inertia. If the west or southwest is dusty and full of old items, Girish may experience delayed effort, procrastination, emotional heaviness, hesitation in communication, or the feeling that small tasks become heavy. A clean west gives Saturn discipline. A cluttered west gives Saturn delay. Now let us bring the planetary placements together. Mars-Ketu in Taurus Lagna says, Girish needs calm pathways, earthy colors, natural textures, and no aggressive decor. Use wood, clay, stone, soft fabrics, plants, cream, beige, muted green, taupe, and soft rose. Avoid excessive red, sharp objects, weapon imagery, harsh lighting, and cluttered corners. Rahu in the 7th says, relationships need symmetry, transparency, and emotional cleanliness. No mirrors facing the bed. No dark sensual overload. No hidden clutter. No cracked couple imagery. No smoky dramatic bedroom lighting. Keep shared spaces honest and warm. Moon in the 10th says, career and mind are linked. Keep the home office clean. Keep northwest ventilated. Keep professional symbols organized. Let the house support career rhythm instead of emotional career anxiety. Saturn in the 3rd says, effort must be structured. Keep west clean. Fix broken clocks. Remove rusted tools. Avoid dusty storage. Use a functioning clock, organized shelves, and warm lighting. Sun, Mercury, Venus in the 4th says, the home must be beautiful, intelligent, dignified, and emotionally refined. A neglected home will directly disturb inner confidence, communication, relationship, sweetness, and comfort. Jupiter retrograde in the 12th says, protect sleep, prayer, meditation, silence, retreat, and spiritual clarity. Keep northeast pure. Keep the bedroom peaceful. Keep expenses conscious. So what are the dominant areas needing correction? First, southwest. If southwest is weak, Girish loses grounding. Sleep becomes unstable. Relationships feel insecure. Wealth retention becomes difficult. The master bedroom or heavy storage should support this zone. Second, northeast. If northeast is cluttered or polluted, guidance weakens. Expenses rise. Spiritual clarity drops. Anxiety increases. This must be the cleanest sacred zone. Third, living room. Because the 4th house is packed with Sun, Mercury, and Venus. If the living room is elegant and organized, Girish feels strong at home. If it is neglected, the home becomes psychologically disappointing. Fourth, kitchen. Because Venus and fire must be balanced. Dirty fire creates conflict. Clean fire creates nourishment. Fifth, northwest. Because Moon in the 10th needs circulation. Blocked air means blocked mind, blocked career rhythm, blocked social flow. Sixth, center. Because Mars-Ketu needs release. A blocked center creates inner pressure. So here's the final AstroVastu instruction for Girish. Do not make this home dramatic. Make it stable. Do not make it overly spiritual. Make it pure. Do not make it luxurious without order. Make it beautiful and functional. Do not make it fiery. Make it warm. Do not make it empty. Make it breathable. Do not make it cluttered. Make it intentional. If Girish corrects the southwest, his sleep, relationship stability, and financial grounding improve. If he purifies the northeast, guidance, faith, clarity, and protection improve. If he disciplines the kitchen, arguments reduce, digestion improves, and money conversion strengthens. If he beautifies the living room, inner dignity returns. If he opens the northwest, career rhythm and mental flow improve. If he keeps the center empty, Mars-Ketu stops turning into internal pressure. This is the real power of AstroVastu. You are not randomly placing objects. You are reading the chart through the home. The chart tells you which planet is loud, which planet is wounded, which planet is hungry, which planet is blocked, and which direction in the house must be corrected first. For Girish, the house must become a stabilizer, a wealth retainer, a relationship calmer, a career rhythm regulator, a spiritual purifier, a body grounding field. That is what I mean when I say, make a home for your soul. Not a showroom, not a storage unit, not a battlefield, not a hotel room. A home that understands your chart. A home that knows how your nervous system works. A home that does not trigger your karmic patterns every day, but quietly helps you outgrow them. If you want to understand what your own home is doing to your chart, where your relationship zone is disturbed, where your wealth is leaking, where your sleep is being attacked, where your career energy is blocked, where your spiritual guidance is being cut off, then get in touch with me for an AstroVastu reading. Because once you see your home through your horoscope, you stop asking, what looks good here? You start asking the better question, what is this space doing to my life?